What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Mega Crab has finished. It is now that Intel absolute glut where there's Hammerman and the Mega Crab just loaded us up. And then Warships Season 25 has started. March ahead. Let's click in there, pick up all of our chests. This part sort of annoys me for some reason. It really shouldn't because it's not that hard, but just the sheer number of clicks. Boom Beach has done a great job of eliminating clicks, but in Warships, that isn't the case. Kind of wish there was like a collect all button. Very, very small complaint compared to many others I have about Boom Beach. But we're going to collect all these chests, then we're going to get going, and I'm going to show you how to win in Warships Season 25. Now, there are a whole bunch of different metas this season. And I am already 9+ hours behind due to time zones, so thank you for your patience for anyone who has waited for this video. I know I have not posted a bunch in the last little bit. I was off in the Whistler Bike Park and in the Whistler Alpine riding bikes like a crazy person. Great time off, but not ideal for you guys, I know. Anyways, we are going to do the standard thing every single time we need to upgrade that landing craft to max. I kind of wish they just gave us max landing crafts because every single season you need to max those. There has never been a season where you don't max your landing crafts. Next up, we're going to get into heavies. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. You can go and skip mines and flares and go for the bombardiers. I am not going to be doing that. There is not a lot of troop damage this season, so Bombardiers will be good later on. Kavan will also be good later on. I am not going to be taking that path, though, because that is not the path that the brain trust that at Triangle 9 has identified. So I'm going to be going something like this. Now, don't spend anything on your gunboat quite yet. You need to get your flares up to at least level 2. Level 1 flares are awful. I've done that on my other account. It is not good. It is not fun. I do not recommend it. We are going to be heavy rushing initially, and I need to get my tech up to 300 to move over to that troop health. So I'm going to be going with some mines at the moment. The defenses don't really matter all that much. I just at this point want to get up to 300 without spending too many of my upgrade tokens. So we're at 300. We can keep moving. Then we are going to go and get some of the troop health because that is the plan. Don't care about that stuff over there. Now, we're also going to get some riflemen. That's going to let us do some extra damage with those dudes. We're going to max our troop health. This video is going to be primarily some heavy rushing, but we're also going to get some riflemen in later on. So we've got our flares up to level 2. That is critical. Next up, we can actually spend some stuff because we know how much we've got. I want to get my flares up to level 3. That's going to save us all sorts of gunboat energy, which means that we don't have to upgrade our gunboat. And at this point, I'm going to upgrade some defenses to tier 4. We managed to get both of them to tier 4. My other account was a little bit lower starting, so it did not manage to get those to tier 4. And if you're not sure why we're going to tier 4, the reason is because that way you get the maximum number of buildings. So we've got our flares to where we need them, got our landing crafts where we need them, got our heavies where we need them. This is basically perfect. We've got our troop health. Would like to upgrade those rifles later on, but that is going to come. And the path that I'm going to be taking is this top path. We're going to go through smoke, through boom cannons, through boom mines, into 4 engine rooms as fast as we can. That's going to give us a huge head start on people who go get Kavan, also on people who get bombardiers. And with going that top road, bombardiers are only 1 tick away. So this is going to be another bare naked minimum build, but that's going to be okay with me. And for right now, I'm just going to do a complete and utter simple base. I'm going to go something like this, trying to spread these things out as far as we possibly can from one another. Trying the triangle to start with, and then we're just going to go something like this, hoping to catch some people who don't have flares. Keep in mind that there are going to be some people who don't have flares, so we're going to force people to go the longest possible route. Is it going to work? I really don't know. This base is going to be not ideal simply because this is going to be the quickest of quick bases that I'm just going to throw down as fast as I possibly can. And then later on, I will put some more thought into defense. My whole shtick, my whole plan, as always, is to constantly be faster than people. I don't care if you've got more defenses, I'm going to be faster than you, and that is how I like to win. Definitely, I would recommend spending a little bit of time building yourself a decent base, because otherwise you're going to have some problems. Now, there's going to be a lot of people heavy rushing, so this whole lay out the defenses and hope to trick some people. I am not going to leave too many mines in places like over here where heavies are not going to head to. So something like this is where I'm after, just trying to get them to hit as many mines as possible. And if you've ever watched any of my videos, you know I like to hide mines. I am not going to be hiding any mines this start of Season 25, simply because I want to get people to realize that they're going to have to go around and through my mines. Is that going to do anything for us? Probably not, but we've saved a whole bunch of keys by not going and getting machine guns, not getting building damage, and that's going to get us into my goal of 4 engine rooms as quick as possible. Every single season, if you can get to 4 engine rooms quickly, you're going to have a good time. Now, in speaking with people who have gone, I almost clicked attack with level 1 Zookas. That would have been absolutely tragic. Speaking to people who have gone and gotten Kavan, people who have gone and gotten Critters, Critters is very successful, very briefly, and then they just absolutely fade. Kavan has not had any sort of use yet, so I love the fact that I have all sorts of people to talk to, and I condense all of their information into the information I give you guys, so just trying to work together. I can't believe I just missed that shock. That was a ridiculously easy shock. But level 3 flares just making things so much easier for us. Like I said, level 1 flares are an absolute nightmare. Please make sure you upgrade your flares to at least level 2 or you will have a bad time. I would have had to use like 4 flares by now. Instead, I've had to use far fewer. And we've got just enough gunboat energy to get the rest of our heavies into that final engine room. Probably have lost, but we did spend a little bit of time switching from Zookas to heavies, so still have a shot. That's the thing about warships. You never know until it's over. Actually, you do sometimes know, but anyways, picking up the W on our first battle. This base, as you saw, that person had far more defenses than us. They had not only machine guns, but also, yeah, I guess only machine guns, to be completely honest. But let's just have a look, see what they did against my base, because likely we need to change things up a little bit. They're coming in with the heavy rush. Looks like they're trying to do some sort of split here. Yep, with 1 boat of Zookas as well. That split not working all that terribly well, because as you can see, they're not actually needing flares to get over there. So we do need to make a little bit of adjustments for certain. Let's move this guy into about here, just trying to make all the troops go to that right-hand side. Having one of them move up to that mortar was less than ideal. So next up, gonna go something like that. Small incremental changes. I very rarely change my base, but in that instance, it was fairly obvious that we needed to make that change. Now, should I have done what they did with that 4-4 drop? Quite possibly. We are going to skip the shock on this first left-hand side because there are no machine guns there. Single shot defenses don't really bother me all that much because we do have these massively strong heavy dudes. Now, on my other account, I do not have instant training. I think it cost me 4 diamonds and then 10 diamonds, so you can get in this season. There is not a lot of building damage, which means that you're not going to lose all that many troops. So, instant training, less of a factor this season, which is really nice, to be frank, because I know a lot of you out there do not have instant training, and having to rely on it is frustrating to no end. So we are going to get all of our dudes over in here. One thing to be sure of is make sure before you throw that final shock, that like I just did, that you have enough GBE to throw 1 more flare. There is nothing worse than running out of GBE and not being able to throw that final flare and just watching your troops sit down in the middle with nothing to attack. So our times definitely have to get a little bit faster. I feel like I attack like 6 different variations of Jack every season, so not sure if that's the same player or not. I'm not sure if attack is meant to be spelt wrong. I guess they also took out the C from Jack, so I assume it is, but 2 wins, moving right along. We've moved up to tier 12. That means we're going to get an extra chest. I am going to upgrade... What was I going to upgrade? I think I'm going to go my flares to tier 4. Actually, I'm going to hold off on that because there might be some split attacks coming in. Having a low-level flare is useful, and I'm just going to get a little bit more gunboat energy because it's cheap. Now, can we move past? Nope, we're not. Don't quite have enough keys to move past those riflemen, so gonna hang out there for a little bit, and I'm gonna max my gunboat, or as far as I can with keys anyways, and just, that's gonna give us a couple extra flares, couple extra shocks, or at least move us to the possibility of having that couple extras, and then we're just gonna keep going. This, as you saw, not losing a ton of troops, heavies are the answer if you do not have instant training. With that low building damage, I think you'll be able to push farther than ever before without instant training, and that is a fantastic thing for people out there. One of the knocks against warships that many people make is that it's pay to win because instant training, it isn't required. You can get to Diamond basically every season without it, but it makes a huge difference as far as the playability and just the fun level of it. So this season may be the best season for you without instant training. I always do recommend instant training because it makes the game way more fun, but at the same time, I know that not everyone likes to pay on games, so now having the option not to use it this season is fantastic. Maybe actually I'm kind of considering on my other account to play this entire season without instant training. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do that, just to see how far I can get and if I can actually enjoy it. It's like trying on that, I always use the analogy, it's like trying on the nicest shoe in the store, and then you can never go back once you've got instant training, so be very cautious before you get it. That person, 3 minutes 9 seconds. Let's see what the heck they're doing to beat us. Dropping the heavies in the split mode configuration, and then they're not even using flares. Look at that, no flares, and they're just absolutely crushing me. So they finally used that flare at the end. So nice attack, 3 minutes 9 seconds. Having a bare base, you're gonna run into those kind of problems, but at least I finally got my timer going. Let me know which route you're going. If you've gone and gotten that building damage and machine guns, you're probably going to be a little bit behind everyone else, but that's not the worst thing because your buildings are clearly going to be doing more damage, which is fantastic. Also, let me know if you've gone down and gotten Kavan and flamethrowers and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I'm taking that top road, taking the high road. Lots and lots of different metas this season, and probably don't need instant training. Speaking of instant training, if you are going to throw it on your account or that second builder, or you just want to say thanks for all the fun times, do consider throwing Zmot into your creator boost. It gives me all sorts of warms and fuzzies. Also, don't forget to let me know in the comments if you do so, because I love to hear those messages. Hammerman's fleet, be very cautious with Hammerman's fleet because your intel is likely close to full. Anyways, as always, this has been your guide to success for season 25. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zmot. Peace.